Hello, YouTube and all the young ladies out there. My name is Erin.
I'm Kimberly.
And we are going to share some thoughts on our open adoption. And so I'm going to ask Kim some questions, and she's going to share what the advantages of open adoption has been for her and how it's affected, her story and how it's brought a lot of advantages and just really brought, positives to her life. So, just kind of briefly describe your situation about your adoption, and then I'll explain mine.
Okay, I have 3 children that I've done open adoption with, and the advantages of open adoption is knowing that, you can still be a part of your kid's life and watch them grow up and, share experiences with them that you wouldn't be able to do in a closed adoption. And, let's see, what else? What was the other question you had asked me?
Well, just
that's advantages, but,
well, I'm going to ask you some questions here in a minute, but so you have 3 kids, 3
Yes.
girls, and you...
Or 2 girls and a boy.
Okay, and you gave them up for adoption, and, okay, so as some of you may know from watching my YouTube videos before, I have 2 girls that I both gave up for adoption, and, they're both of our kids are raised with great families, and they're happy, and so, I'm going to read her some questions, and then I'm going to respond also. Okay, what's one thing about open adoption that you would tell your past self if you could?
I'm trying to think. So before I had kids, what?
Like, what would you tell your past self if you could, about open adoption to help you make the decision easier?
That open adoption is a good thing. It helps, families who can't have kids or, whatever the circumstances, that there's a lot of positive things that can come out of open adoption. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess.
That's really good. And I just think I would tell myself that, that later on in life, you will eventually have a peace about it. At first, the first, few years might be a little difficult, but the more you keep your mind focused and positive and just really realize that what you're doing is to bless another family and to, I just think it's important that, okay, I'm getting tongue-tied here.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's okay. But basically just telling myself, hey, Erin, things are going to get fine. You're going to have contact with your kids and everything's going to be fine. And even if the parents discipline a little bit different way than you would or whatever, that person, that child has a purpose, has a destiny for her life, his life. And, as long as you feel comfortable having the adoption open, hey, just make sure your child knows who you are. Keep that openness, because your children are going to want to know, hey, did my mommy love me? Why did she do this? Make sure when you get to have time with your children, your birth children, that they're going to know, hey, you still love them, you care about them, but I felt you deserved a mommy and daddy who could be married and that could love you and that could give you everything that I never could.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Share a few wishes that you have for the open adoptions and for your children that you'd like to see come to pass.
A couple wishes would probably be, just how it is with my first daughter, Shiloh. As of right now, I can see her pretty much as often as I want, and that hopefully that continues on with my daughter and my son. Also, like later on as they get older, possibly allowing them to come stay the night with me, for a weekend, or, me being able to take them on, a trip to the beach, or, just stuff that I can bond, with my birth children. And, that's
good. With Kim's open adoptions, her adoptions with her and the adoptive parents have been a little bit more open. So, and the original thing with me, was that the adoptions were going to be open. However, because my oldest 13-year-old, my oldest daughter has moved to another country. Her and her family have moved to another country. It makes it hard for me to be able to bond and spend time with her. But, I just, I think for my wish list, if I could, I would wish that I could have the adoption a little bit more open. I could see my kids a little bit more, because both families are very busy and they have very busy lives. And there's different levels of adoption and different choices. And so I just think that I would like to have more openness and more pictures and more availability to see my kids, because I miss them very much and I love them. And more wishes that I would like for my children is that they're going to grow up very successful and very happy, and that they're going to thank me one day for doing what I did for them because I love them. So, I have really many wishes and dreams for my birth children, but I would really like just one day for them to really just tell me one day, hey, Mom, thank you. Still call me Mom, even when they're grown up, and say, hey, thank you for what you did. And I'm this because you gave me life. I'm this or I'm that. And I'm just looking forward to the day that time comes when they tell me, hey, thanks, Mom, you're awesome. And, whoever tells you that adoption is wrong, even if there's been horror stories out there, if there was an adoption, there would be many more babies aborted, and there would be there would just be more killing, of innocent bloodshed. And God created our lives for a purpose. Regardless of whether you believe in God or your religious beliefs, God created us for a purpose. Our life is valuable. So, every child, there's a purpose for every child. And yeah, I know some of you would say, well, what about the ones that were, raped and had, incest and all that kind of stuff? And I did a study. Less than 1% of American girls are, they're, they don't get, less than 1% of pregnancies are from rape or incest. That's not likely. So, that's really not, it is an issue. It does happen, but it's less likely. So, anyways, let's skip on to maybe 1 or 2 more questions, because our time is getting low. How has open adoption changed you? In what ways are you different because the presence of open adoption in your life? And if, you want to skip that one, we can go to a different one, but,
well, I can answer the first question. How open adoption has changed me. Well, it's definitely made me see how strong I am as a person. Even though I have my moments and get sad and miss them and stuff, but to know that I'm strong enough and selfless enough to give my child up and make other people happy and give them a family who couldn't have a family. I've always been a good person, but I think that has made me a better person, and just, see what good can really come from it.
I totally agree. Let's see here. Now, we're short on time, so I'm just gonna kind of wrap this up. Let's see. Okay, I don't know my mark, so I think it's a 10-minute mark, so we're gonna wrap it up. Anyway, there's going to be more videos, hopefully, soon. I'm going to start trying to get more videos together. But anybody have any questions or anything, feel free to email me or send me a message. You can go to blueangel9287@yahoo.com to email me. Or if you want to email Kim.
It's Kimberly, KIMBERLEY, and then it's 100126 @yahoo.com.
All right, folks, and just ladies know that
you're not alone.
You're not alone, and there are many young women out there who are wanting to help and share the choices that you have. You don't have to abort. And there's women that love and care for you. So shoot us back an email or just contact us. All right, our time's gone by. Bye.